in the transfer season between the two clubs, that is the Cobs and the Stanbic Black Pirates. This is an opportunity for the two teams early on in the 2022 Nile Special Rugby Premier League to settle this unfinished business. Pirates make the journey to Legends Rugby Club for this early encounter. They are top of the table, having assumed that position at last weekend when they won against the Rams, and Cobs dropped to 4th, having lost in the Lions Cup match against the Heathens. This is a match that will not be the ultimate decider of the Rugby Premier League this year, but certainly it will be one of those that we will look back to and say this was the game that made or broke it for these two protagonists. And running on, led by the captain Ivan Magomo, are the Black Pirates, with front rower Didi Ayera, Ruheza Alema, and Kevin and Ivan Kawagambe, with the return of the legendary and experienced Ronald Tusime at tight head. He is playing in the number 4 position, starting alongside Frank Chidega in the tight 5. On the loose forwards, we have Alex Aturinda, Kelvin Balagade, and Desire Ayera in a triple threat from the Sevens Training Academy. And on to the backs, it will be William Nkore, Ivan Magomo, Timothy Dong, Isaac Massa, James Mugisha, Mohamed Haruna, and Timothy Chisiga. Running on now are the Cobs, led by front rower Collins Chimba, who is the club captain. He runs on with his partner at the front row, Saul Chivumbi. He will be a force to reckon with, this front row that is held tight together by Faraji Odugo. Robert Aziko and Athan Pande combine in the tight 5 for the Locks, with Aaron Juro, Alhaji Manano, and Derek Kwasiba, who is having a flying season start this year, completing the pack. Robert Masendi with Josiah Sempeke coming in for Joseph Aredo at number 10. Joseph Aredo got injured last weekend with an ankle injury against the Heathens. And we have Marcos Huna, Pius Ogena, and Ian Munyani in the midfield. Arinaite Karim and Kasito Adrian completing the back 3. We have center referee Sauda Adiru today, assisted by Rachel Kakaire on one end of the pitch and Sama Emmanuel on the other end. It's a huge game that Sauda Adiru has managed and has been at the center of, not even once and not even twice, but most recently, the last encounter between these two teams, she was the center referee for the title decider, and she is back renewing acquaintances with these two teams. Ivan Magomo will be kicking off from left to right on your screens for the Black Pirates in red and black against the Cobs in the customary blue, for they are known as the Blue Army. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Legends Rugby Club for this epic encounter in the 2022 Nile Special Rugby Premier League. My name is Ernest Akorevi Runji, and I will be on commentary duty for this one alongside Ruben Chihumuro. All formalities done and dusted, and it is now time for the action. Ivan Magomo prepares himself for kickoff and gets us underway. To the right side, as Kelvin Balagade chases, it is lost forward in the air by Ian Munyani and lost forward on the floor by Ivan Karagambe, and it is going to be the first set piece of the game, fed by the Black Pirates, this time with William Nkore starting at number 9 in place of Conrad Wanyama, who sustained a shoulder injury in the opening match of the weekend against the Ginger Hippos. But now let's see, this is one of those areas where the two teams will need to show their strength. Can the Black Pirates assert their dominance in this one against a much more strong and much more accustomed to the pack play of the Cobs? Oh, it's actually a Cobs ball. I was lost forward by the Black Pirates, and the Black Pirates are playing advantage in this one. The scrum has been strong from the visitors, and Alex Aturinda has the break. He finds Kelvin Balagade on the break, brought down by Robert Masendi, and the Black Pirates have started on a high note. Ivan Magomu sells a dummy, bumps off Ian Munyani on the running on the drift. William Mukore back to the blind side, finds Kelvin Balagade, fends off Faraji Odugo, and is tackled by Aaron Jurua. Slow, steady ball by William Mukore to Ronald Tusime, returning into the action, having last played in the 2019 season. Now Frank Chidega tight forward and carries straight into his opposite number, Atham Pande. And now Ivan Magomo sells a dummy, finds Alex Aturinda. There's pass on the outside, Aruna Mohamed, ball goes out to her, and it's straight time for the Black Pirates. Early on in this one, Timothy Chisiga scores the first try of the game. Black Pirates have blown the Cobs out of the park with this try. What a try there. I think it is Haruna Mohamed that has scored this one. But oh wow, what a start from the Black Pirates. And you can see the joy in their fans, giving each other high fives. And we have a game at our hands today for sure. What a start from the Black Pirates there. Turning over the scrum. And from then on, it was forward momentum. Quick ball out by William Mukore, dummy by Ivan Magomo to set it beyond the gain line, and they were all over the Cobs as he sends Ivan Magomo the conversion just wide for the score to remain 5-0. There was a space created on the outside as the back shaped up, and a quick transfer of the ball. The Black Pirates were able to take the lead 5-0 in this one. Josiah Sempeke now. It is Cobs' first chance to play in this one, and also their first chance to enter the Black Pirates territory. Let's see how they will make use of this one. Josiah Sempeke finds Timothy Chisiga, who will put the ball to the boot. He's outside the 22. Does it go straight out? No, it doesn't. It is found by Karim Arinaito, who sends it out wide to Adrian Casito. Adrian Casito looks for some grass behind Haruna Mohamed. Yes, he finds it. Haruna Mohamed is being told to leave the ball to bounce out, and it goes all the way into touch. It will be a scrum down for the Black Pirates where the kick was made, because that is the easier option as opposed to a 22-meter drop at the 22-meter line. What a start in this match, but even much more epic is what a start from the Black Pirates to gain that forward momentum against their arch rivals, the Cobs. Can the Cobs make corrections in this scrum, or is it going to be another one-sided affair in the scrum for this one? Black Pirates on the scrum, much better from the Cobs this time. Onto the blind side now goes Timothy Chisiga, tries to dummy Ian Munyani, but he's not buying it. And now William Munkore finds Alex Aturinda. He's isolated, he's alone, runs and cuts corners back onto that breakdown. He's dragged on the floor by the Cobs, but there was no advantage gained, as the Cobs are penalized for hinging at the scrum down, and that is front rower Collins Chimboa, penalized for hinging at the scrum, and the T will be running on for William Munkore to find some points on the board to extend the Black Pirates lead by a further 3 points. Five minutes played in this one, and it is already 5-0 for the Black Pirates against the Cobs. You get the feeling that it is not going to stay like this for long, but who is going to be the one that puts more points on the board? Is it going to be the Black Pirates through William Mukore on this kick, or are the Cobs planning a very, very strong response to this surge early on in the match? William Mukore there with some interesting kicking routine and pause that reminds us of the international Johnny Wilkinson for England. He gives it a good hit, but it is not good enough for points as it sails just wide, and the scores will remain 5-0 for the Black Pirates against the Cobs. A sigh of relief for the Cobs. Now Josiah Sempeke can get the game underway, but it will be an attacking platform for the Black Pirates deep inside their own territory. Haruna Mohamed, the try scorer, onto Ivan Magomo, who sends it high and up into the air. Timothy Tsiga on the chest. It is Adrian Casito. He gathers, attempts to break the first tackle and the second, and yes, he does. Breaks the third tackle by Alex Atrinda. Finds Karim Knight on the outside. Is tackled strong by Timothy Odong into touch, and it is a line out for the Black Pirates just outside the 22, or midway through the 22 and the 10. And the Black Pirates are keeping the Cobs inside their own territory, while the Cobs are trying to find a way on the outside, running roads through the middle, but trying to find a way on the outside for their response in this one. Scrum has been called. An option for a scrum has been called by the Black Pirates. Surprising turn of events from the visiting team, as they have got one over a team that is well known for their scrum. Cobs were the more dominant team on the scrummage in this very set piece last weekend against the Heathens, but we're seeing an even more interesting turn of events in this one against the Black Pirates. But let's see how their response is for this scrum. Two penalties that have severely been dominated by the Black Pirates, and this is the third one. Ball goes out to Desire Ayera. It is at his feet. William Mukore has to play the ball, throws the loose pass gathered by Timothy Odong, who sells a dummy and beats two players. He runs straight into Derek Kwasibwe, and it is a slow ball for William Mukore, who is shuffling it out on the blind side to Desire Ayera, tackled by Faraji Odugo. There's some contest at the breakdown. Referee says stay on the back foot. Ball is available for Mukore to use the back foot, the back door onto Isaac Massa from Frank Shidega, and he fumbles it. So it is a scrummage inside the Black Pirates half. A Cobs attacking platform in very, very good territory. But what a start to this game, I could say again. Ruben Chihumuro, you are watching from the sidelines as I struggled with the English language. But what were you able to see in these first 8 minutes of this encounter?
As always, the Pirates always come out to all guns blazing. They never really come out slow in such an encounter. They always want to have the first punch, and indeed they did have the first punch. The Cobs know that now they need to reorganize themselves. They need to re-strategize. They know that they can't afford to have a second loss in back-to-back weekends for their own morale, and also importantly for the overall picture of their title, defending their title. So the Cobs really know that their work is cut out for them, especially the fact that they're at home against a familiar foe that you can say is takes pride in really spoiling the Cobs party a lot. But that is what Pirates does. They come with an early punch and always try to get Cobs when they're unsettled, and just like that, that is the same story even in this occasion.
Time off to allow for Timothy Chisiga have a change of boots from the black to a more, that's Ronald Tusime, from black boots to a more flashy neon green pair of boots there as the time goes back on, and we have some action to resume between these two teams. The influence of Ronald Tusime is yet to be seen, especially as that connector for the park once they have set up some plays. But we have seen some strong start to the Black Pirates in the scrum. Maybe that is the advantage that he brings to this team. Robert Masendi feeds, and much more stable scrum from both teams. It's advantage and penalty to the Cobs for illegal scrummaging, and that is not scrumming straight, because Ivan Kabagambe penalized for not pushing straight in the scrum, and now Cobs can inch even closer to the Black Pirates line through a kick by Josiah Sempeke, who finds touch just outside the 22. A very good attacking platform. The first time in this game that the ball is going into touch, so we shall have our first line out thrown by Faraji Odugo for the Cobs. It's a 5-man line out. Derek Kwasibo goes in the air, does not gather. There's a miscommunication between the teams, and center referee Sauda Adiru says we shall have a retake for the Black Pirates, who had inched closer than the regulation 10 meters that they are supposed to be off the mark for this line out. Can the Cobs throw a better ball this time? Derek Kwasibwe contested by Kelvin Balagade, but goes all the way to Atham Pandey and who slaps it back for Pius Ogena's first touch of the game. He carries straight into Alex Aturinda, and the Cobs are now playing advantage for not rolling away. Alex Aturinda slow to get back and not interfere with play. And Josiah Sempeke will surely be calling for the kicking tee to get Cobs scoreboard ticking in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Pirates not really being disciplined for the last, you could say, 5 minutes or so. And now the Cobs find themselves in a situation where they can be able to put some points on board, and that would be a worthy response. Josiah Sempeke really thrown in the deep end with the injury of Joseph Aredo, that he now has to grow up and grow up fast so that he can be the man leading the Cobs' resurgence in this particular game. The fans are not really being hospitable to him. We saw in the first game there was a lot of silence for the kicker. There's no silence for this kicker, but Josiah Sempeke doesn't need the silence. He gets the 3 points going, and it is 5-3 now. The home team having a particular response. The last time Josiah Sempeke actually had a start in this particular encounter was at Kings Park, and he was much the orchestrator to the downfall of the Pirates on that particular day. Today, will he have a case of deja vu where he can be able to respond and be able to react accordingly as the Pirates prepare to kick off yet again? Ivan Magom, ball in hand, and we can see they're eagerly waiting. Alhaji Manano and Collins Chimbowa as the ball goes long from Ivan Magom. Contest in the air. What does the referee say? Referee says no con. The ball lost forward, and you can see a bit of deliberation from both sides, wondering if that call was right. But
well fed there by Robert Masendi. It's a slow ball on that scrum now. Pius Ogena runs straight into his opposite number, Isaac Massa, and held up by Kelvin Balagade. He will struggle to put him down, but yes, he does. And now the Cobs will look to clear their own territory with Josiah Sempeke in the pocket of his left boot and finds Timothy Chisiga under that ball. Well gathered. He looks at Kelvin Balagade, doesn't give him, throws a short pass to Timothy Odom. Timothy Odom has a man on his outside, doesn't use him. But the rack is well secured. William Mukore on the recycle to Ivan Kabagambe, who runs straight into Robert Aziko and bumps him off. And now the Pirates forwards are in the close quarters where they like to play. Inside ball to Isaac Massa, who dances past Atham Pande into Robert Aziku. And now back onto the blind side. William Mukore dancing his way past the Cobs defense. He is staggering his way out there. And now Alex Aturinda on the outside. Well recycled by the Black Pirates. William Mukore has had a brilliant start to this one. Finds Ivan Magomu, long ball out wide to Ronald Tusime, who breaks through. He enters the Cobs 22. Adrian Casito is the first at that breakdown, and he has won the turnover. Adrian Casito for the Cobs for holding on Ronald Tusime. What a turn of defense. What very brilliant defense from Adrian Casito there to win that turnover. Ronald Tusime isolated, and there was no way how anybody was going to get that breakdown before Adrian Casito.
Josiah Sempeke trying to organize his team as he effects the 22-meter dropout, going for the long one. He could have kicked it into touch. It was actually a penalty there.
Line out for Faraji Odugo, just inside his own 10. The first one was well won. Does he do the same for this one? Yes, well gathered by Alhaji Manano. Now Josiah Sempeke on to Pius Ogena, will run straight into Desire. But it was a forward pass, says Sauda Adiru. And it's another scrum for the Black Pirates, who have had a very, very strong start in that particular set piece. Cobs will be wary of the threat that the Black Pirates pose today in this very, very set piece, the scrum down. Quarter over now played. We are yet to have our first water break. We'll be coming midway in about 5 minutes. The score stands at 3 for the Cobs and 5 for the Black Pirates. In this second round of fixtures, as we had some 1 p.m. kickoffs around Kampala, Entebbe, and in Jinja. But all eyes are on this one at Legends Rugby Club as the Black Pirates crawl steadily forward against the Cobs at that scrum. William Mukore with ball through his legs, trying to find Timothy Tsiga on the blind side, but it was a forward pass. A little bit of a fumbled scrum there by the Black Pirates, but a good defense from the Cobs to earn that turnover off the first play on a forward pass by William Mukore through his legs.
Yeah, patient play there as we get into yet another scrum. A scrum is one of those very, very interesting contests in this particular encounter. We have already seen especially Ivan Kabagambe taking on, if I'm not mistaken, taking on Sol Chuvumbi. On Collins Chimboa. And we can see there Derek Tukwasibo with the pick and trying to effect the 8th man carry. And the setup there, quick ball, referee obstructing. Josiah Sempeke with his left boot, trying to play a bit of territory and get the Pirates in their own half. Haruna Mohammed, today he's at wing and tries to look for an interesting kick back into play. Ainaito Karim, ball to Faraji Odugo, looked like a high tackle. Yes, the referee has given advantage. Aaron Jurua with a very good tackle, with a very good carry there. And the Cobs are having a particular response now. Alhaji Manano.
Strong tackle by Desire there to send him back a few meters off his feet. The Cobs are still playing advantage. Josiah Sempeke in the pocket goes for the drop goal. It is short. The effort by Josiah Sempeke does not find the uprights. And the option for Ivan Magomu is to choose between a 22-meter drop and a scrummage where the kick was made from. And the Cobs have some clarification to make to the referee. They believe they were still playing advantage, but the advantage was short and over. And so it is the Black Pirates ball, says the center referee, Sauda Adiru. And yes, after some clarification there, it is a 22 drop for the Black Pirates. Ivan Magomu finds some grass, bounces slowly and steadily just past Adrian Casito, who will send it into the air. No, he won't. He'll run straight into the man. Offload to Marco Suna, who loses the ball forward. And now the Black Pirates have shuffled it out wide to Isaac Massa. Isaac Massa dances past Pius Ogena, playing advantage. The Black Pirates are now. But the advantage has not been gained, with James Mugisha flying off his feet at that breakdown. So it is a scrum feed for the Black Pirates for that first infringement. That is the knock forward by Marco Suna. And some clarification now from the assistant referee, Sama Emmanuel. After some discussion, the center referee decides that it was a high tackle on the Black Pirates, and they are still playing advantage for not retreating 10. Lema Ruhweza, Didi carrying strong in the middle phases. William Mukore on the quick ball. Ivan Magomu sends it to Alex Atrinda. There was an obstruction there. The Cobs players are with their hands up. And that obstruction, as Kelvin Balagade ran through the middle to find some space and score the second try of the Black Pirates. The Cobs were not going to have any of that, and they opt to stand and call to the referee to make the right call, which she did. And so the Cobs who were offside on that phase play have been penalized for offside, and the Black Pirates now have another opportunity to put some points on the board as Sol Chivumbi and captain Collins Chimbowa make their case known to the center referee Sauda Adiru.
Yeah, the Cobs being condemned to defend for most of this first quarter of the game, and yeah, definitely you see that it's not a kind of situation that they are used to. They're used to being the team that is dishing it out, but this time they are not actually receiving it. But with that penalty, the Pirates have boldly chosen to go for the line out rather than maybe get a kick at goal. Interesting to see how they're going to set up their line out and how the Cobs are going to be able to counter it.
It's the first line out for the Black Pirates in this one. Can Hooker and former captain last season, Bwambale Nathan, throw a straight ball for his team to put up an attacking platform. We have Desire Yera off the scrum, but then we have two jumping options in Ronald Tusime and Kelvin Balagade in there. Ronald Tusime fakes that jump. The Black Pirates are slow on that line out. Kelvin Balagade goes up, but it is turned over by the Cobs, who have now found Sol Chivumbi on that carry. Josiah Sempeke in the pocket. He will surely be looking for touch, which he does find very, very well. And what defense from the Cobs to turn over that line out and get outside their own red zone. And you could say that they've got one over the Black Pirates in the first set piece. The Black Pirates got one over the Cobs in the scrummage, and what a response from the Cobs in the line out.
Yeah, definitely. They have been condemned to a lot of defending, so they had to start their you can say sort of resurgence from how they respond, how they be able to push, and you can that was a very good kick straight into touch from Josiah Sempeke, and a line out there not straight by the Pirates, Nathan Bwambale. Yet to find the coordination, the right coordination with his jumper. And those are not the kind of things you'd like to give out in such a tightly contested game. Remember, the score is still 5-3, Pirates in the ascendance. Now Cobs get the opportunity to maybe get into the Pirates half off this scrum, but first they have to win their own scrum. And from what we have been seeing, it has been more of an eighth-man carry situation. So I'm anticipating a ball fed in by 9, eighth-man carry by Derek to Kwasibwe, or it could be a case of a short ball off the inside center, Pius Ogena. I could say he is playing at center, but it's a case of using 3 flankers, in my opinion. One just wearing the number 12 shirt in this case.
What a strong scrum for the Cobs. Dominant there now. On the short ball, there goes Ian Munyani, and tackled strong by Ivan Magomu. Contrary to what we had thought that the Cobs would go for the 8th-man pick, they choose not to, and now they're doing PDs at the halfway line. Pius Ogena gets out of that one, and Atham Pande carries it into the Black Pirates half. Josiah Sempeke in the pocket, but Robert Masendi does not use him, opts for Collins Chimbowa, and now surely the ball will be going to Josiah Sempeke, who now looking for some options of grass on the outside. Finds Timothy Chisiga very well fielded there, but they are playing advantage for offside, the Cobs. Is Josiah Sempeke going to call for the kicking tee? Yes, he is, because his teammates are telling him to go for it, and well knowing that if he doesn't make it, it will be coming back to them.
Wow. Did Josiah just call for the kicking tee from center? I think this is... But you can just see there a very, very big tackle there by Ivan Magomu. He's not your ordinary number 10. Usually the tactic is always carry back into the number 10 channel, but he's the kind of number 10 that can really hold his ground and tackle. He doesn't need a flanker to really help him. But Josiah Sempeke has shown how bold he's been. From last weekend against the Heathens, he was making the bold calls, calling the hard kicks, and this time around, he's also doing the same thing.
Josiah Sempeke's hit is not good enough to split the uprights. And it will be grounded by Haruna Mohammed inside his own in-goal area. Did he send it back to his own in-goal area? No, he didn't, according to the assistant referees at that touchline. And Sauda Adiru will have a word with Rachel Kakaire. And Ivan Magomo, he's been able to convince the referees to maintain that decision that the ball was grounded in the area and not taken back. There goes Adrian Casito with a very good kick to be chased by Karim Arinaitwe, but it has been lost forward by William Nkore. It's an obstruction by William Nkore and Timothy Odong, which gives the Cobs an attacking scrum well into the Black Pirates territory. They have surely settled into this one, the Cobs, having got a very strong wave in the first 5 minutes that saw Black Pirates take an unexpected 5-0 lead. But they've slowly got back in this one, and we shall have the first medical break for Karima Renaito in that contact as he contested for the ball against the two Black Pirates of Timothy Odong and William Nkore.
What does it take to win gold? Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency, one we've observed since 1956 to deliver a distinctly Ugandan taste. That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda. Unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Monde Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for...
Back from that medical break. And straight on to a scrum that will be fed by Robert Masendi for the Cobs. Robert Masendi joined from the Heathens, and he has now this year owned the number 9 after the departure of Ivan Chirawo to the Rhinos, and the unavailability of Brian Ochan as a starting option. Shuffled quickly to Derek Tukwasiwe, and the ball is available for him to use. Robert Masendi finds Pius Ogena. Now Ian Munyani into some space. He fends off Kelvin Balagad and runs straight into Timothy Tsiga. The ball has been turned over, but it's a penalty against the Black Pirates for tackler not releasing. Even with some protest from the Black Pirates captain Ivan Magomo, the tackler needs to release for there to be a legal and fair contest.
I think Ivan Magomo showed his daylight there. I really felt like he did. I felt like that was a harsh call on the Pirates, but I am not the center referee. I'm not the sole judge of fact.
That's why we're here speaking the English, and Sauda Diro on pitch doing the refereeing, as Josiah Sempeke yet again calls for the kicking tee. Surely this one will put Cobs in the lead for the first time in the game.
Yeah, Josiah Sempeke looking to add the 3 points that will see Cobs get their first lead in this game if he can be able to score this penalty. Left-footed kicker, he has already showed us he has scored one, and he has been very, very good kicking for territory as well. So his boot seems to be online, if you should say.
Oh, yes, indeed it is. But let's see how he will do with this one. He gives it a good hit, and it sails through in between the uprights for Cobs to take the lead for the first time in this match day 3 encounter against the Black Pirates. Cobs 6. The Black Pirates 5. We have a game at our hands.
Yeah, I'm sure this is just the beginning. A lot of action, as you're seeing the fans there taking a moment to dance. There's always enough time to dance.
And recording a few snaps while at it. As Ivan Magomi is opting for the quick restart to catch, to not give the Cobs any rest. He sends this time a long one out to Adrian Casito. Well caught and gathered by Casito in his own area. Straight to Desire. And now Desire finds Timothy Tsiga. The Black Pirates backfield has formed with Ivan Magomu, who opts to go for the boot. Fakes the first one, he's caught alone, and the Black Pirates are all offside. Apart from Desire Era was put them onside, and now Aaron Jurua fakes the kick, he's tackled high by Timothy Odong. Cobs are playing advantage. Now Robert Aziku runs straight into his opposite number, runs straight into Ivan Kabagambe, and now the box kick by Robert Masendi finds some ground. The advantage is over for that play. It's a line out for the Black Pirates, just outside their own 22, but Ivan Magom is very, very lucky to have got away with that one. And Desire Era putting his team back onside, it would have been disaster for the Black Pirates.
Yeah, he had time, but I think it's a case of having so many things in your mind. What do I do? Do I run the ball? Do I attack the defense? Do I kick? So I think he took a little bit of time trying to decide, and he was caught isolated there. Luckily enough, he was able to kick. But now we're seeing Pirates with a line out in their own half, collected by China. Ronald to Sime, the veteran, who's here to impart some knowledge and wisdom with his youngsters of Pirates. And very good passing there. And Alex Aturinda. And
ripped
the ball
by Pius Ogena.
Yeah, but Desire Era is there to regather. Pirates with their free-flowing fast rugby. It is very beautiful to watch. And Ivan Magomo looking for Marco Suna. And Marco Suna is
it a 50-22? No, it isn't.
The bounce lets him down there.
Marco Suna rescues the Cobs over a surging Black Pirates attack. And there is an infringement there from the Cobs for sealing at the breakdown just outside the 22, or you could say inside the 22. But what a chase, what a kick, first of all, from Ivan Magomo, but what a chase from Haruna Mohammed, who was on the very, very margins of the offside, to go all the way, find Marco Suna and stop him in his tracks on that counter-attack.
Yeah, definitely. And for all their effort, now they get a penalty. And if William Corey's penalty can go through, then they regather the lead in this particular game, as we now start to maybe approach the last 10 minutes of the first half. Game has been on both sides. You could say a bit of contrast in styles. Cobs trying to be a lot more slow and use their big boys. The Pirates, on the other hand, really playing like it is
like it is 7. And the game is on a seesaw.
Intensity, but you can see the fans really trying to disrupt the kicker. This goes back to how focused your kicker is and how you can be able to block out all the sound and focus on getting the job done. William Corey
now gives it a good hit, and he puts Black Pirates back in the lead on 8-6 from a 1-point game for the Cobs to a 2-point game for the Black Pirates. This game, like I said, is on a seesaw, left and then right, left and then right, up and then down. And this is what we came for. This is what we expected. This is what the fans that have made their way to Legends Rugby Grounds for the Nile Special Rugby Premier League have come for. Josiah Sempeke finds Timothy Tsiga, who has Desire on his outside. Desire will cut back inside on Nathan Pande, tackled strong by Ian Munyani. And now William Mukore, Ivan Kabagambe from the back, fends off Sol Chivumbi, is still going. Has that ball been turned over by Sol Chivumbi? No, it hasn't. Ivan Kabagambe had that carry, and he will have the benefit of being in possession. William Mukore on the box kick, high. Under Aaron Jurua, well gathered by Timothy Tsiga. The Black Pirates are on the attack. What a chase by the fullback. And the two boys combining from St. Mary's College Kisubi to put the Black Pirates in attack. Now William Mukore again finds Ronald Tusime. Ronald Tusime playing connector. This time goes himself straight into Josiah Sempeke at number 10. Now William Mukore, quick ball to Ivan Magomo, who puts it to the boot and finds, looking for James Mugisha, but we'll find Adrian Casito, who is tackled in the air, but he had called for the mark. Nonetheless, it is possession and very good game reading by Adrian Casito to stop the Black Pirates in their tracks there. Penalty for the Cobs.
That play by Adrian Casito really, you could say, let Pirates off the hook. They were really taking the pressure, and Cobs looked like, Pirates looked like they were building something, but now they get the penalty, and Josiah Sempeke really getting them back to near the centimeter mark. But you can see Ivan Kabagambe is down on the ground. The intensity of the game that Pirates is playing is also taking a toll on some of the Pirates players. And you can say, I think it's also a case of maybe ankle injuries, but such things when the ball goes into touch is when your players can also get a breather. Could
it be a tactic to slow down the
I think this is a
momentum of the other
conversation
team?
we've ever had.
Yeah, we've
usually
had that tactic before.
when
We've had the
teams
conversation.
or players feel like they're getting tired, one of them, they usually have a call. One of them calls for it, and you could say fix it, an injury. So get the medical team on. And in a situation where it's a forward, the prop like Ivan Kawagambe, then they can't continue playing because you can't have a set piece without a prop. And that is what you're seeing now. Both teams will probably benefit from this, having a bit of a breather after such an intense first 30 minutes. You should say it's coming to 30 minutes with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Action has been good. The weather has been beautiful, and the Legends is really full.
You could say, Ruben, if it is about killing the momentum, I think this goes against the Black Pirates. So Ivan Kawagambe wouldn't be killing his own team's momentum, I should say. So maybe there's genuine concerns for injury in this one.
Yeah, you can say there's genuine concern, but you see, in that particular situation, they had lost the ball and it was a penalty that Cobbs kicked out.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not about resting. Sometimes it's about regathering yourselves and re-strategizing. Now we have lost the ball. What do we do? And sometimes you need to put a pause on it.
Yep, we shall keep monitoring this turn of tactics from the Black Pirates and the Cobs in seeing how they can get the momentum going or slow it down in the event that their opponents are having the upper hand. But Faraji Odugo to throw on this line out. Does he find Alhaji Manano? No, he doesn't. Finds Kelvin Balagade instead on the 4 ball. Now William Nkore to Alex Aturinda playing the connect. Finds Desire who bumps off Aaron Jurua and is tackled by Pius Ogena. And now Ivan Magomu back to the blind side. He finds Nathan Bwambale who dummies and finds his way past the gain line. He is still going strong with the ball. Ivan Magomo puts his hand up. Surely he's sending it away to Aruna Mohamed who finds Kelvin Balagade. There's an overlap on the outside. Kelvin Balagade throws a loose ball to Timothy Odong. And that will be a turnover for the Cobs. They take the quick line out, but they are stuck there by the Black Pirates who did not leave anything for chance. And the
Kelvin Balagade had one job to pass right on his outside.
And he didn't do that.
with
2 men on his outside,
James
Timothy Odong
and Timothy Odongo waiting. And also, then when the ball went into touch, Josiah Sempeke attempted a quick start and he was wrongly stopped, but that was missed by the referee. However, you could say it's another situation where the Cubs are being bailed out.
Line out by the Cobs. Bounces backwards. And it is an open play being chased by Nathan Bwambale, but finds Karima Naito who puts the ball to the boot onto Timothy Tsiga on the counter-attack. He has Haruna Mohamed on his outside, dummies and goes back on the inside, cuts the second man. He finds William Nkore who sells the dummy on Nathan Pande and loses the ball on the floor. Alhaji Manano is in a foot race with Timothy Odong and Isaac Massa. There's Faraji Odugo on his flank. Does he find it? No, he doesn't. It bounces into touch. Wow, it's end-to-end rugby here today, isn't it, Ruben? I think both teams are pushing themselves to the very, very limits of their skills and abilities. Black Pirates line out. Slapped back by Ronald Tusime. And now Alex Aturinda going straight into Josiah Sempeke. But a good tackle from the young number 10. William Nkore on the box kick. This time it's low and long. But finds Karima Naito who sends it out to Adrian Casito. But there's no advantage gained by the Black Pirates for that high tackle on Alex Aturinda. And the Black Pirates now have a penalty. That's outside the 22. Ivan Magomu to find touch. Does he find touch? No, he doesn't. It's slapped back into the playing field. Yes, he did. Says the center referee, Ronald Sauda Adiru. And there's some consultation there by Collins Chimboa with Ivan Magomo on his side, trying to get the referee onto their side for those 50-50 calls. The ball didn't find touch, slapped back infield but forward by Karim Al-Naitwe. So it will be a scrum for the Black Pirates just outside the 22.
William Corey awaiting the signal from the referee to feed the ball.
William Nkore feeds. And he finds Desire Ayera. And the Black Pirates have the scrum penalty.
Interesting to see how they are going to make this decision. The last time they got a penalty in similar territory, they actually opted to kick out for touch. This time it looks like they might call a scrum as Ivan Magomu consults with his forwards.
Yes, it's going to be.
And they feel confident. They feel confident. They want to go to touch.
They've gone to the corner. I saw the signal from Nathan Bwambale asking for the scrum. As Collins Shimboa still would like to get clarity from Sauda Adiru there on the call, but she says that he was not binding straight, not binding flat on his hands, and so the penalty for hinging has been given against him. As Ronald Tosime gathers on that scrum, it's a maul by the Black Pirates, rolling forward. They go. They need to make sure that they don't go into touch. Bwambale Nathan at the back of that one. Alhaji Manano coming in from the side. It's advantage to the Black Pirates. Alhaji Manano for entering from the side has been penalized at that scrum. You can see Desire there calling for the scrummage from his for his teammates. Ivan Magomu calls for the ball. Does he make that same call? Yes, he does. It's a scrum down for the Black Pirates at the 5-meter line. But you've got to applaud Alhaji Manano for making that decision. Damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. You don't come in from the side, the Black Pirates will score a try and extend their lead. But you come in from the side, it's probably going to be just a penalty and a warning for that infringement. He's lucky he has not got sent off for a penalty try. But it has given the Cobs a chance to defend their line and not see the lead stretch away.
Yeah, but that is the major role of an open side flanker, to disrupt, and you can't let Pirates have a comfortable ball, especially with the kind of momentum they were having. And credit to Alhaji Manano for disrupting that. But now they have a scrum.
Does he have a comfortable ball? No, he doesn't. Tries to fend off Robert Masendi. Is brought down by Derek Tukwasiwe. William Nkore picks it out, finds Ivan Magomo, who skips onto Isaac Massa. There's a two-man overlap on the outside. James Mugisha rather, onto Haruna Mohamed, who cuts back inside, is looking for the touchline. The Black Pirates' hands are up, saying they've scored the try, but we await the call from the center referee, who says that Haruna Mohamed has been held up.
Center referee consulting with his assistant, Emmanuel Sama. I think Emmanuel Sama...
Time is off. Let's hear what that consultation is going to be.
Has the final say in this particular one.
And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is halftime. We apologize for the technical glitches that we're having, not getting the referee's footage for this one. It is halftime. Black Pirates leading 8-6 against the Cobs in match day 3 of the Nile Special Rugby Premier League here at Legends Rugby Club.
What does it take to win gold? Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency, one we've observed since 1956 to deliver a distinctly Ugandan taste. That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda, unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Monde Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly.
Yeah. No, if she makes a mistake, she'll see it, and she'll make up for it. Eh? We didn't shout at her there, she made up for it here. Eh? She gave them 3, she gave us 3. Eh? Yeah. So we talked to her nicely, we had her way. Yeah? Yeah. I'm talking to her. Nicely like that. You're playing that one. The pieces are working. Yes, they manage with it. The wind is in our favor.
We have some collated results from across the other venues. The Buffaloes are leading 13-0 against the Rams at Makere as Liam Walker makes a nuisance of himself against the Rams. Liam Walker was very instrumental in last season's games. He's son to Ian Walker, a very, very popular figure here. Liam Walker is actually more Ugandan than any of us could have imagined, and he's making the Rams giving the Rams a run for their own money in their own backyard. And in Entebbe, off that late kickoff, we have the Warriors down against the Mongas, the Plascon Mongas, 18-3 the score as it stands right now, as the Rams and the Buffaloes going to halftime 13-0. A few updates from Ginger showed that the Heathens leading against the Ginger Hippos 39-5. So we will get some more updates as they come in. Some clarification on that score. It's 38-5 full-time from Ginger between the Heathens and the Hippos. Heathens are much, much stronger than the Hippos could have done, and they walk away with this one. Surely, by the end of the weekend, they'll, as it stands, they are top of the table, but they will be hoping that this game remains a low-scoring game, and they can continue that ascendance up in the Premier League. And Ruben, earlier we had Impis taking on the Rhinos. Rhinos walked out with this one. The score looked something like that. It was 6-8, which is the score that we have here at halftime. But what do you make of the first half between the Cobs and the Black Pirates here?
I think it's a case of two contrasting styles. Of course, as usual, in between encounters between Pirates and Cobs, Pirates always comes out all guns blazing. They want to always throw the fast punch, and they are playing.
The first punch they did.
They always do, and they know that is how they get them while they are not yet settled, and they always try to play the faster kind of game. Cobs is trying to slow the game down, but they have found themselves not being able to effect that to the best of what they want. We have seen the score in the game change twice on both sides. But now, at least it's still advantage to the Pirates, who will be the more comfortable. But they know that with this particular score, anything is possible. And we're in for a very, very big second half, I should say.
Yeah, big second half indeed we are in for, as the captains Ivan Magoma and Collins Chimbo consult and make their cases known to center referee Sauda Adiru. We're back for the second half. Josiah Sempeke will be kicking off. But I think, contrary to what I had expected earlier, that this game will be free scoring with a high scoring game. It has become a low-scoring game. Both teams are able to put points on the board, but Black Pirates are the only ones that have been able to score a try in this one. I think the second half will be as explosive as can possibly be. Black Pirates opted for a 6-2 split on the bench while anticipating a strong surge from the Cobs forwards, while the Cobs, knowing that the Black Pirates have a threat in their backline, have gone for a 5-3 split on their bench.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see us there. There was a shot of the two captains trying to clarify some things with the center referee Sauda Adiru, and yeah, being a captain is all about just leading your troops. Also knowing how to talk to the referee is important. Having that rapport can also be the small things that get you a little bit of favor from the referee, I should say. And
yeah,
they are communicating
some
to the
clarity on for the Black Pirates that they need to be wary of their high tackles. And on the other side, the Cobs need to be wary of the arrival at the breakdown. So the teams have been warned. They know what to expect from the referee, and they know how the play will proceed. They know the referee's position in this one. So for the next 40 minutes of a cracking encounter in match day 3 of the Nile Special Rugby Premier League, we shall have thrilling action between the Black Pirates and the Cobs here at Legends Rugby Club. Pius Ogena fumbles with that kick, but he's able to regather and finds Faraji Odugo. And the Cobs are now playing from inside their own territory. Collins Chimboa on that, no, that's rather Sol Chivumbi on that PD as the Cobs look to clear their own area. Josiah Sempeke in the pocket with Adrian Casito. It's going to Adrian Casito. Will hoof it, sent back into the 22, so he needs to make sure that it finds some grass on the pitch. Haruna Mohammed, does he raise the ball into the sky? No, he doesn't. Dummies Collins Chimboa. He's running all the way, tries to find the offload, but that looked like he went forward and off Josiah Sempeke and his feet. He has lost it forward and now gathered by the Black Pirates through Desire. William Okore. There's no advantage gained there off that slow ball. I thought Haruna Mohammed had in that offload thrown the ball forward, but appeared to have been tapped backwards by a Cobs defender and lost on the floor by Josiah Sempeke, which gives the Black Pirates an attacking scrummage inside the 22. But oh, Ruben, Haruna Mohammed doing what everyone knows that he would do in going for that first dummy and then carrying, as I thought initially he would.
I heard you saying that he's going to go for the kick, and I was like, even my fellow commentator has been dummied in this one.
Oh yes, I was, without a doubt. And Haruna Mohammed was able to gain over 40 meters, over 30 meters with that carry.
Yeah, but you can see just as we get into a scrum there, advantage to the Pirates, who get ascendancy early in the second half. Score still 8-6 with the Pirates in control. You could say a little bit of control. It's not really that much control. It's a 2-point deficit. The Cobs.
It is that surge that you talked about that the Black Pirates look to employ against the Cobs. Catch them when they are not yet ready, and that's what they're doing in the second half. William Okore now. Desire looks to pick the ball. He goes to the blind side, finds Haruna Mohammed, who has lost the ball forward surely. And so it will be a scrum. But this time for the Cobs to feed fumbled fingers and a bit of a miscommunication between the Black Pirates, but very good defense to keep by the Cobs to keep their opponents on their feet and thinking.
Yeah, unfortunate way to butcher such a proper attacking platform. And you can see now, again, possession now shifts back to the men in blue, but they know that now they need to exit their half. They need to really move out of their half and get themselves at least in kickable territory. We have seen the Pirates have not been the best at discipline. In the first half, they conceded a lot of penalties, and luckily enough, not a lot of them were in kickable territory, because we have seen Josiah Sempeke is actually having his kicking boots with him, and they wouldn't want to put him in a location where they can strike.
Strong scrum there from both teams, but the Cobs have it on the back in possession. Derek Kwasiwe opts for the blind side. Now Aaron Jurua. Cobs in the attack. The forwards are doing PDs from deep inside their own territory. Alhaji Manano at the back of that one, but it's picked by Faraji Odugo, who now finds Sol Chivumbi. Sol Chivumbi secures that ball. There's someone in the pocket. It's Josiah Sempeke taken back inside the 22, so this ball needs to stay on the field. Well fielded by Haruna Mohammed, who this time, instead of selling the dummies, finds Timothy Chisiga with some space on the outside. The Black Pirates have a 2v1 situation. Timothy Chisiga opts to go alone. And the contest at that breakdown by Aaron Jirua. He has won the possession, but the tackler needs to roll away. Timothy Chisiga is very lucky to have carried the ball into contact.
That was a very
isolated
decisions. He had 3 men on his outside, and he chose to take the ball in. But luckily enough, the technique at the breakdown by the Cobs hasn't been the best. And another penalty, and this time the Pirates decide to go for points. Can they be able to extend it? Ivan Magom seems like he's going to be doing the kicking.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice for this one. He
always tries to evade the kicks at goals, but
with William Okore, oh yes, that's why there's a change in kicker. William Okore is getting attention across the pitch. It appears to be a shoulder injury, so Ivan Magomo has to take over kicking duties. Remember that the Black Pirates' first choice kicker in Conrad Wanyama is out on the sidelines. As Ivan Magomo makes sure that we do not miss the services of William Okore off the tee as he slots this one through to make it 11-6. But I was saying that the Black Pirates' first choice kicker, Conrad Wanyama, is out with a shoulder injury. William Okore has had to start this one at number 9. He now matches off, and Stephen Alul, the other scrum half and utility back who can also play 10, comes on in his place. He had the knee injury from the first game, so Black Pirates are now without any more options for their number 9 position.
Yeah, but that's what Golden Boy Ivan Magom can do for Pirates, and extending their lead. As we are seeing, Robert Masendi fumbling with the ball.
A very good arrival there at the breakdown and turnover by Alex Aturinda. And now the Black Pirates are still in possession. Stephen Arul, slow at the breakdown, finds Ronald to see the connector. Now Ivan Magom in some space. He beats the gap in between, but is caught by Ian Munyani. That gap between the forwards showed some space, but Ian Munyani was there to recover. And now Nathan Bwambale brought down by Robert Masendi. Kelvin Balagade on the PD. He fends off Robert Masendi, brought down by Pius Ogena. And now Ronald Tusimit. Faraji Odugo attempts the jackal, but it's not successful. And now Kelvin Balagade again. On to Robert Asiku, who is on his feet. Surely he has earned the turnover. No, he hasn't, because the referee says he needed support his own weight. And it's another penalty for the Black Pirates right in front of the uprights at the 22-meter territory. Does Ivan Magomu go for poles? He looks like he wanted to do the quick restart. But I think the Black Pirates team will have made their decision known that they are going for the points.
Yeah, but it all goes down to one thing. The Pirates are winning all the small contests, all the subtle contests that the Pirates are winning. They're winning, they're making sure that their breakdowns are okay, the physical contest is working in their favor, and they're just putting themselves against ahead of the gain line, in front of the gain line. Every time they attack, they are going past the defensive line. So they're just doing the small things, and once they can do that, then they are able to, ideally in the grander scheme of things, to put themselves in an attacking position. We are not seeing the Cobs, the dominant Cobs that we would be seeing because of such things.
I think this is, yet again, I will go back to what you said in the halftime break, that the Black Pirates always want that surge from the break or from the start, and that's what they're doing. First 7 minutes or so, and they have already struck points, and now Ivan Magomo has an opportunity to extend it out of a try converted for the Black Pirates. Let's see if he sends this one the right direction. Yes, he does. It is now 14-6 for the Black Pirates. They have a full buffer of a try against the Cobs early in the second half. It is that surge, that wave immediately after the restart that the Black Pirates are using to hurt the Betway Cobs, to hurt the Cobs rather. But how can the Cobs respond? We saw them respond in stylish fashion in the first half. But now can they do that when it matters most, that the gap is widening much, much further than they would have loved to? Sempeke finds Ivan Magomo, who has struck the last 2 penalties well. He sends it straight into touch from inside his own 22, and it will be a line out for the Cobs just at the 10-meter line as Daudi Semwami at the wing and Justin Kimono prepare to come on for the Cobs. You can see Daudi Semwami, who came off the bench last weekend, was very instrumental in Cobs finishing, and also Justin Kimono running on. The 2 experienced gentlemen, especially Justin Kimono for the Cobs, will have an impact that will be felt by the Black Pirates starting from this line out.
Interesting to see the changes that have been made. Daudi Semwami looks like he has, because I'm seeing Aaron Giroux, the blindside flanker, is off. And
So-
we have seen 2 backs on. So what?
So it is Robert Masendi off. Adrian Casito goes to number 9 with Karim Arinaito at 15. And Daudi Semami with his first carry there at number 11. Justin Kimono is in the midfield with Ian Munyani. So Pius Ogena goes to the park.
all
That
right.
makes sense with
Yeah.
the substitution
That
that
does
Aderon
make
Giroux.
sense.
And now fumbled by Saul Chivumbi. There's an overlap on the outside. Isaac Massa hopping like a grasshopper. Finds Timothy Odong. Timothy Odong tries to fend off Marco Suna, but he can't, and throws a loose pass to Josiah Sempeke, who is carried into touch by the Black Pirates. Playing advantage while the Cobs. But the ball, Kelvin Balagad attempts to run away with it. But he will be called back.
Yeah, referee does say that the quick start wasn't legally effected, but you can just see what Pirates is trying to do. They are not letting Cobs have a chance
They're
to
running
rest
away with this
at
one.
all. They're not letting them have a chance
but
to
I
rest.
believe that the Cobs will settle into this one midway through this second half.
That's the thing they're doing. They're not letting them settle at any one point. And looking at the Cobs' body language as well, it leaves a lot to be desired. I think this is where leadership comes into play. Justin Kimono and Adrian Casito and the rest of the
That's why
guys.
Justin Kimono, the new club captain, is on the pitch. But let's see how the Black Pirates will make use of this line. Ronald Tusime with a fake onto Kelvin Balagade, but well read and gathered by Pius Ogena. What a turnover for the Cobs for their response. This is the response that we're looking for. Now, Adrian Casito is looking for that box kick. He needs to ensure that this one stays in the field of play. He sends it straight out. So we are back for the line out. He was outside. He's 22, Adrian Casito, very experienced, and he knows his regulations. So he will be cracking his head for that mistake, which has given the Black Pirates possession, and not just possession, but also a good attacking platform in good territory. However, can Bwambali Nathan make amends on this throw? Yes, he does. Well gathered by Ronald Tusime onto Steven Alul, who throws a loose pass that bounces behind Desire. Desire first with Alhaji Manano, breaks his tackle and is brought down by Collins Chimboa. Slow ball by Steven Alul. Ivan now, Alex Aturinda. Isaac Massa on the boot. It's a grabber kick gathered by Daudi Semami, who returns with favor. Communication between the Black Pirates backs. Haruna Mohammed, for the first time in a long time, kicks it straight to Adrian Casito, who offloads to Ian Munyani, and now there's space on the blind side. Ian Munyani carries and is banded into touch by Desire there, by Alex Aturinda. And the Black Pirates are having the upper hand in this one. What a shock.
Pirates are having answers to all the questions that Cobs is
Cobs are
really asking. But I think at this point we should also, I think they should consider James Ijongat coming onto this field.
For Josiah Sempeke, I thought Josiah Sempeke may not be playing a dominant game in this one against Ivan Magomu, his senior. But for the role where he has been pushed to the wing, as you can see here, and let's see who is at the number 10 position.
Yeah, in the defensive structure, they push their number 10 to the wing, and then the midfielders, the centers go in the middle, and then the blindside winger or the 11 also goes inside. So that is how they have been effecting their defense.
I think James Ijongat, who came on and won the game against Heathens last season, would be a great sub, but I thought Josiah Sempeke has not done anything wrong yet in this one. But we will see what solutions to the Black Pirates challenge the Cobs technical bench led by Davis Chewaravie are going to opt for
I don't think Josiah has done
stanza.
anything wrong as such, but at this point I think you need a little bit of experience coming on. James Ijongat has a lot of games under his belt, games of this magnitude, so this is the kind of man I think you need right now, especially with his kicking both for territory and for goal as well, and on top of his experienced foresight, I should say.
Yep, good scrum there by the Cobs to ensure that the Black Pirates don't get a clean ball. But Kelvin Balagade is away, runs straight into Daudi Semwami. It's a slow ball by the Cobs, but the tackle by the Black Pirates, but the tackler needs to release. And Alhaji Manano and rather Haruna Mohammed, he runs onto the ball and is looking for that quick restart, but Ivan Magomo has called for the kicking tee. He is enjoying himself in this one, but can he slot this one and pull away even further from the Cobs and make it an even harder game to win here at Legends Rugby Club? We would like to appreciate all the people that have come to witness this piece of action at Legends Rugby Club. But most importantly, the fans that are enjoying the Nile special in this one, and also the fans that are glued to their screens on Kawowo Sports YouTube. We appreciate all of you, and we thank you for being with us today at Legends Rugby Grounds. Has Ivan Magomo struck it well? Yes, he has. It is now 17-6 for the Black Pirates against the Cobs. The captain is marshalling his team back to return to their area and receive the kickoff as they look to seal this win against the Cobs. But rather surprising event. I could say I'm still in shock because I didn't expect the Black Pirates to run away early with this one against the Cobs. But knowing that Cobs had lost had lost the first game, they wouldn't want to lose 2 games in a row. But what response do the Cobs have to the challenge that is being posed by the Black Pirates as Kelvin Balagade gathers well, and a low ball for Ivan Magomu, who is a good kicker. He finds some grass in front of Karim Arinaitwe, and the ball bounces into his own 22. He is surely going for the up and under. Yes, he does, chased by Mark Osuna and Faraji Odugo, but gathered well by Stephen Alul, who returns in good favor. Finds the grass in front of Josiah Sempeke, who kicks it to Adrian Casito. Now Adrian Casito to counter-attack. He has 2 men on his outside, slices through the Black Pirates midfield and brought down by James Mugisha. He releases the ball and gets back on his feet. Now Ian Munyani on the quick restart, brought down by Alex Aturinda. Slow ball this time, but well picked by Adrian Casito onto Athampande to Robert Asiku, finds Collins, finds Sol Chivumbi, and now back onto the blind side. The Cobs, this is the attack that we expected of the Cobs from early on, with Daudi Semwami hitting the gain line. Onto the blind side, Ian Munyani with ball in hand, he fakes and finds some space in the middle. Pius Ogena on the PD. The Cobs are now putting their first sensible attack of the second half. Faraji Odugo fends off the first man, brought down by Desire Yera. Slowly by slowly, Cobs are enjoying forward momentum, and now Robert Aziku, is it?
Wilobo
Mukili
Mukili
off the bench. Now Adrian Casito, Faraji Odugo has Justin Kimono on his outside, does not use him, bumps off Timothy Tsiga, and Ivan Kabagambe is the first at that breakdown. Has he turned over that ball? Yes, he has. But the center referee says,
rightfully so, I think,
that he has put his hands in the rack.
Yeah.
So it is a penalty for the Cobs. Quick restart by Faraji Odugo. He goes alone, but well gathered by the Cobs. And now they're knocking more ferociously at the Black Pirates' door. PD after PD, it is the 6th phase or so as Wilobo Mukili off the bench gets in his second carry. Cobs Park is now in full, they are in high gear, full motion in this one. Timothy Odong for the tackle, he needs to roll away, or rather Haruna Mohamed. And the Black Pirates have got a penalty for illegal arrival at the breakdown by the Cobs. They were a little bit, I could say, impatient, and knowing that the threat of the Black Pirates, Jacko, is incoming, and the arrival at that breakdown has possession turned over. Ivan Magomu kicks for touch. He finds touch very well inside his own half, though, as Karim Arinaitwe attempted to slap that ball back in like he did in the first half. Nathan Bwambali to throw for this one, as the Black Pirates call a 5-man line-out. Who is going up? Is it Kelvin Balagade or Ronald Tusime? It is Ronald Tusime up against Pius Ogena. He slaps it back, but it is gathered by Robert Aziku. And the Cobs can now attack again. Adrian Casito now switching to number 9, finds Sol Chivumbi. A high ball that wasn't the best for the forward to pick, the prop to pick. And now Wilobo Mukili off the bench, caught behind the gain line, held up by the Black Pirates. Maul has been called. And there's a turnover ball by the Black Pirates for some spirited defense, led by Desire Yera and Kelvin Balagade.
And you can see the fans are in a frenzy there. Really having fun with this, especially those that made their journey all the way from Boyogere to support their team. They really want to take the win back to Kings Park.
Time off for a medical break. There, I think on the floor is trying to get who that is on the floor. But there are two Black Pirates players on the floor. They are in Nathan Bwambale and another of the tight forwards for the Black Pirates. But with a 17-6 lead against the Cobs, the Black Pirates are now, they now have the win in one hand, but then they know that there is a threat that is lacking from the Cobs, who surely we know they have a try or two in this one, but can they be able to break this strong defense that the Black Pirates have posed a challenge to them?
Yeah, but they know that they have a mountain to climb now, the Cobs. Trailing this one, 17-6. Wow. It's going to take something really special to see the home side come back into this. Right now, it looks like it's all Pirates. Pirates is winning all the contests. Pirates is attacking and beating the gain line, and Pirates is really doing everything right. And they have one man. That's what it means to have the players the likes of Ivan Magom, that kind of caliber in your team, and what they can be able to do. The fact that he has been able to get his opportunities and take them in a situation over the past 3 game weeks where we've been complaining about goal kickers. He has showed us that Uganda still has some really good goal kicking, and it brings back the question, why doesn't Ivan kick more regularly for country and club?
Maybe at club he is not the best option. Maybe in training. I wouldn't want to reveal what happens in training because I train with the Black Pirates. But maybe in training there are other kickers who are showing that they are a better kicking option against him. But Ivan Magomo shows the leadership that Cobs are missing, that Cobs have missed on the pitch by with the absence of, with the departure of William Ukore to the ambulance. Ivan Magomo has been able to step up and marshal his team, not just on the pitch but also off the kicking team, and keep his team in with the upper hand in this one. I could say Cobs have some potential leaders on this pitch in the response to the Black Pirates. They have brought on Justin Kimono. They have Collins Chimba, who has been leading with not just with his courage but also with speaking to the referee. But this leadership, the names on the pitch, has not been able to turn into points and tries for the Cobs. And if they lose this game, it will be 2 games in a row. Very hard place for the Cobs to be in the title campaign as they attempt to defend their unbeaten 2021 season.
I think if they lose today, the title contention is out of their hands. They go into mathematics.
Is it?
Yes.
It's a league that is going all the way without any stop.
I think it's
one of those games where I can remember that we could have lost at this point. I think it's too early to say that if they lose this game, they're out.
not that they are out, but it's no longer fully in their control, is what I mean. Like they know that sometimes we always have those situations where you go into those last games and you know that you need to do this to win. But now they are really putting themselves in a mammoth kind of situation. That means second leg, it's a must win against Cobs, against Heathens. I mean, against Pirates, against Heathens. But still, even if they beat those teams, they know that they have to depend on some other results in regards to points.
Right, and back in action. From that long medical break, Stephen allowed to feed the scrum at the halfway line. It finds its way to Kelvin Balagade, who is now at 8th man, runs straight into Justin Kimono, and well secured by the backs there. Recycled by Alex Aturinda, playing number 9, onto Haruna Mohamed, who attempts an overhead kick against his opposite number. He went into touch and now thrown quick restart to Ronald Tusime, but the referee has brought them back because he threw that from in front of the mark. So it will be a Cobs line-out from the assistant referee's signal, but we are yet to see who will be having this ball to throw, because Runa Mohamed attempted the quick restart, but we have some consultation with the referees, so let's see which decision is going to be taken at the end of this one.
We appreciate all those that are actually watching from wherever you are in the comfort of your homes. We
Cobs
see
line out. Yeah.
Yeah, we see your feedback as well on our YouTube channel, and thank you for all the feedback. Let us know who you're supporting and let us know how you feel about this particular encounter. As we're seeing one of the fans there putting on the Black Pearls jersey. Black Pearls is the female side from Kings Park Arena as they are supporting their boys here today. And Cobs there, Josiah Sempeke going for the interesting kick that has been blocked.
Charged.
And could it be a case of Isaac Massa gathering and scoring? Unfortunately, he's unable to gather, and the ball eludes almost everyone and goes into touch. We are waiting to see the celebration there between Timothy Odong and Isaac Massa. But
the Black Pirates say they've scored the try. But then I thought Isaac Massa was ahead of the kicker after his charge down. And then the kick by Alex Aturinda, I thought he was ahead of the kicker. And they say they have scored the try, but
I think you're spot on there, but you're not the ref. So
oh well, if that's the case, then we'll wait for the referee's decision.
You're really spot on, but unfortunately, you're not. You don't have the whistle.
So let's hear the call. Yes, offside. Yes, spot on.
Rightfully so.
Isaac Massa, after the charge down, was ahead of the kicker, and he was leading in the chase, and so that try goes begging. As Cobs now have a penalty. Does he find touch Josiah Sempeke? Yes, he does. It's a penalty. Crosses the plane of play, and Timothy Chisiga's attempted slap back into the field of play was started when he was out of the playing field. So it will be a penalty for the. It will be a line out for the Cobs.
And it's going to be a line out there as Robert Aziku approaches Faraji Odugo to tell him what the call is. And now let us see if they can be able to get this set piece going.
Sogena up in the air. Yes, he regathers very, very well. Brought down by Ronald Tusime. Adrian Casito is marshalling his forwards away from that breakdown for the numbers. Wilobo Mukili with a straight line to Kelvin Balagade. And now slow ball out. Adrian Casito would like to keep more Cobs players on their feet with a slow ball this time. Sends it out to Robert Aziku, who is carried and stays off his feet, but the ball has been turned over by Nathan Bwambale. How did he do that in that tackle? Stephen Alul off the box kick, charged, so everyone is onside. Chased by Wilobo Mukili, gathered by chased by Michael Otto and gathered by Wilobo Mukili as Timothy Odong is on the ground in pain for that knee. Wilobo now Michael Otto from on the outside of Ian Munyani. Cobs still in the attack. Quick ball by Adrian Casito for Robert Aziku, brought down by Frank Chidega. And now Marco Suna on the inside to Justin Kimono, who sends the ball out wide to Karim Arinaito. A very good phase of play by the Cobs to send Daudi Semwami behind the gain line. Justin Kimono on the PD pick finds Pius Ogena, who fends and turns off his opposite number. He's still on his feet and is going strong into the 22. The Cobs go. Quick ball picked this time by Derek Tukwasibwe, and now Daudi Semwami also on the PD, offloads the ball on the floor, gathered by Pius Ogena, and now Ian Munyani fends off the first man. Surely the Cobs will be scoring the first try of the game. Yes, they will, through captain Justin Kimono under the uprights. But what a very, very good phase of play by the Cobs, keeping the Black Pirates on their toes and retreating backwards. And I'm at a loss for words. And Ian Munyani finds some space, offloads to Justin Kimono, and there was no one in front of him for the try. Now the score stands at 11-17. Rugby scores can be very deceiving when you think you have a lead that is so far away, but as long as the team scores, the moment the team scores, they look like they are so close. Black Pirates now have, with conversion to come, a 6-point lead against the Cobs.
Yeah, but ideally that is the kind of attitude and response that is needed, as the conversion is...
Quick by Josiah Sempeke, turning the scores to 13-17. Cobs are... They were never out of this one,
yeah, it's
but
just
surely they are back in it.
And that is the beauty of big games like this. Now it's just a 4-point deficit that the Cobs have. But
now
credit
Timothy
to...
Odong limps off.
Yeah, as Timothy Odongo is leaping off there, he won't be able to complete this game. We're waiting to see who's going to be coming on for the
Joshua Ngwao.
Pirates. Most likely, yeah, Joshua Ngwao Yeah, but credit to Cobs and the attitude, the change in attitude, I should say. And that is what they needed, the hunger, the impetus, and also giving Pirates a bit of their own medicine, especially off the breakdown of the contact area zone that they're able to carry. They're able to not let the Pirates defense to realign, and that is just how Justin Kimono found the gap and dotted down just under the posts.
That's the response that I was talking about, that we needed from the leaders of the Cobs, Justin Kimono especially, being the one to start this comeback from the Cobs.
Yeah, that is
What does it take to win gold? Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency, one we've observed since 1950s.
By Ivan Magomo, Adrian Cassetto gathers, looking to kick, going for the long kick. And
finds some grass in front of Timothy Chisiga, well inside his own 22. He will be going for touch. Timothy Chisiga kicks it straight, but then it finds Daudi Semwami on the line. There's nobody in front of him. He goes for the up and under, but well caught by Haruna Mohammed, who calls for the mark. And he goes to the floor in pain and clutching on his knee. Haruna Mohammed, as we slowly and steadily inch towards the final 10 minutes of this encounter.
Yeah, we are in malaria time now as the medical team comes onto the pitch. And we hope that you're enjoying your Nile special wherever you're watching from. For those that are legends, you can feel the atmosphere as you're enjoying your Nile special as well. And the game is in malaria time. Malaria for the players, malaria for the fans. And for those that are not familiar with what malaria is, it is a high pressure moments towards
high temperature as
yeah,
well.
and high temperature moments. So some of the symptoms that are with the actual disease malaria. But Cobs looking the hungrier now. They know that they don't have enough time and they need to defend their fort. They are playing at home, but they are still chasing this game. Pirates, what happens for them now? They need to get into game management as much as possible and see how they can be able to see this game off. Probably they'll need another three-pointer, maybe a drop goal from Ivan Magomo. But it's been a brilliant show, the second of two wonderful games that have been here at Legends Rugby Grounds. But
shout out to Jamie Babington, who is watching from Birmingham in England, supporting the Cobs, and I think he will have a smile on his face now that the Cobs are well. They were never out of this one, but they are well surely back in this one, and we are very happy to hear that that there's a couple of fans all across the world in this one, and we have I think this is a hilarious one. We have Hamala Edgar Balo, who I saw today morning saying he's watching from the UK. Maybe he has turned his VPN on.
maybe UK is United Kansanga.
Perhaps United something, you know. And now kick back straight to Daudi Semam, who throws a low pass that is well controlled off his foot by Karim Arinaito onto the try scorer Justin Kimono. Cobs are in the Pirates half. Robert Aziku playing scrum half, feeds Karim Arinaito, who is tackled by the new substitute opposite number Joshua Engwao. Now slow ball by Adrian Casito for Wilobo Mukili. He's brought down by Alema Ruhweza, aka Didi, and now the back ball, Ian Munyani back onto the inside. He runs through the Black Pirates pack, who are retreating on that breakdown. Pius Ogena now, he has 3 men on his outside, doesn't use them. He's brought down by Isaac Massa. The ball is lost on the floor, but well gathered by Alhaji Manano, who now feeds Wilobo Mukili. Cobs have had the response that we had hoped for, but the ball is lost on the floor there by Faraji Odugo. You can see the disappointment and frustration from the Cobs. The pain, knowing that they may not have enough time to get back in this one. But it's a very good attack from the Cobs, but even equally good defense from the Black Pirates, who now have a scrum feed from their own half exactly at the 10-meter line.
Yeah, nervy moments for both sides. The Pirates trying to consolidate this win. The Cobs trying to come back in this, and they will be ruining that era. Could it be what makes them lose this particular game? As Sauda Adiru is not happy with something at the scrum, making sure that the technique of scrummaging and as well as the safety of the players is key. We are seeing Ruhweza Alema Darius wearing shirt number 3 there for the Pirates. put in a big shift, especially with the scrummages and some ball carries as well. Stephen Alou with ball in hand, preparing to feed this one as Sauda Diru watches over to see if this scrum is right, and Desire Ayera, younger brother to Didi, picks up the ball and effects the 8th man carry, tackled by his opposite number. And
he's holding on to that one, Desire Ayera, and very good defense from his opposite number, Derek Kwasibwe, to earn that turnover. And you can see all hands from the Cobs pack pointing to the uprights for James Ijongat to step up and bring Cobs to within 1 point of the Black Pirates.
We have really talked about decisions today from game 1 and game 2. As let's see, James Ijongat might be going for, and I think this is a better call. At this point, you have to be a maverick at this point. You don't go for the easy one out. Go big or go home, and that is what the Cobs are doing, going for the line out. If they can win the line out, maybe effect the maul and score off the maul. If they can't score off the maul, maybe sack the defense in and then spread the ball out wide. Navi moments for both sides. Pirates have been brilliant in their attack. What can they do in their defense? Now their defense has been put to the test. Can they be able to execute effectively?
Into the final 10 minutes of the game, ball well thrown at that line out. And like you said, the Cobs are setting up an attacking platform from this line out. Derek Kwasibwe on the floor, brought down by a Sunday Jaguar substitute hooker for the Black Pirates. Ian Munyani there, brought down by Frank Chidegat. Adrian Casito calling the shots here, playing a slow ball for Collins Chimboa, the captain. And now there's some space on the outside. Throws a long ball for Ian Munyani, who is faced with 2 men, puts the ball to the boot, but well caught by the Black Pirates. It turns out on the side of the Black Pirates. Strong defense from the team that is in the lead. And so the penalty has gone against the Cobs for not rolling away, says Sauda Adiru.
I think the kick by Ian Munyani was a bit unnecessary. What they needed to do is just keep the ball in that location area as they just keep piling on the pressure. I think that's what they needed to do. He kicked the ball away. Maybe it works sometimes, yes, but in this particular moment, I think they just needed to keep the ball as much as possible. The forwards were recycling, and they were able to maybe put some more pressure on the Pirates.
I think that call there must have been about an elbow because the hand signal from the referee didn't quite get that one very well, but didn't look like it was holding on against the Cobs or hands in the ruck. As we see another wave of substitutes, this time from the visiting team, the Black Pirates, who now have a line out that is going to be thrown, who haven't yet kicked. The Cobs had formed even further, but let's see if Ivan Magomo will be able to find touch for the Black Pirates on that line out. Yeah, just inside his own 22, just outside his own 22.
Yeah, the angle not really being the best for Ivan Magomo to kick from. And that gives them a line out just outside their 22-meter mark. So the huge responsibilities with substitute hooker Sandwe Jaguar to be able to get the throw working right. As we approach the end of this game, you see Sauda Adiru, center referee, asking for the ball after Ivan Magomo had literally punted the ball into the China-Uganda hospital.
Fumbled there by the Black Pirates with Humphrey Tashobia in the air, and it turns out on the side of the Cobs, who are playing advantage on this one. Was lost forward by Humphrey Tashobia, the substitute hooker. Cobs have the momentum in this one. It is going to go down to the wire, and they have the upper hand with a scrum just outside the 22. Adrian Casito has that switch to number 9 has been very instrumental because he's playing a slow ball, which works to the disadvantage of the Black Pirates, who are a rushing defense. And so it is one of those reasons, it's one of those things that has helped them crawl back into this game, as the Black Pirates there appear to be shoving early with Ivan Wavamuno and Peter Bisaso, the substituted front row, alongside Sunday Jaguar, are more than anxious to get going against Wilobo Mukili, Faraji Odugo, and Sol Chivumbi. But we have a reset for Adrian Casito, and Let's see what the Cobs will use this one for. They have a big number 8 at the back of the scrum. He feeds it in, Adrian Casito, but there's a surge from the Black Pirates pack. The ball has been lost by the Cobs on that attacking platform, and now with it being kicked back into touch, the Black Pirates have a line out well inside Cobs territory. Very strong scrum from the substitute front row and their tight forwards behind them to turn over that possession and force Cobs to fumble that ball on the scrum. It is kicked backwards and goes into touch as Marco Suna attempts to rescue the Cobs from that surge by the Black Pirates.
If the score of this game is to remain as is, then one of the attributes to their win, the Pirates, would be that very, very big scrum. To the 8 men put in that effort to get that ball, to put pressure on the Cobs who are trying to feed in the ball and trying to scrummage right. But the pressure from the Pirates showing that they're not only a side of fancy and flashy, explosive champagne rugby, but they're also a side that can do the technical things right. And just showing that the scrum, that with such a big scrum there, that pushes the possession out of their own half into Cobs territory. Now Cobs need to, one, find a way to win this ball back, then find a way of attacking as surely I don't think we have enough time for...
We have about 5 minutes or so, 5 minutes give or take in this one. The Black Pirates have a line out inside the Cobs territory just outside the 10. Can Sunday Jaguar this time throw a good... Time is back on. He throws it straight, but it is turned over by Arhaji Manano. Very, very good at the line out. Now Daudi Semwami caught behind the gain line by Kelvin Balagade. Adrian Casito on the box kick. It is going to find Joshua Engwa, who feeds Timothy Chiga, who sells the dummy and cuts that gap in the middle. Tackled by Adrian Casito on the chest. Stephen Alul. And now Alex Aturinda with 2 men on his outside. Doesn't need them. Cuts through the middle. Breaks the tackle of Justin Kimono and throws a loose offload, but is well gathered by Isaac Massa. And now Stephen Alul to Ivan Magom. Now Peter Bisaso, the substitute front row, signed from the Ginger Apples at the start of the season. A kick for space, for territory by Stephen Alul, bounces straight into touch in goal.
Wasn't the best technique of kick
wasn't
there.
The best choice either by Stephen Alul. So it is either going to be a 22-meter drop goal or a scrum where Stephen Alul kicked from. And Cobs, true to that, not wanting to play in their own territory, opt to go for the 22-meter drop. The ball in the hands of James Jongat. As a child, as a young boy who wants to get a piece of the action, runs onto the playing field, and his parent needs to run back and gather him to get him back to his seat in there. Timothy Siga now with ball in hand off that James Jongat kick, looking for the support runner, finds Isaac Massa, who cuts in between Sol Chivumbi and Brian Opar, brought down by Sol Chivumbi. Stephen Alul with a slow ball for the Black Pirates, finds Ivan Magomo. He's going to put it to the boot behind, or rather onto the hands of Daudi Semami. Daudi Semami will return in good favor, goes straight for touch and finds good touch there just inside the Black Pirates half.
Yeah, very good fielding there by Daudi Semwami. He has also come on with considerable energy and good game reading, as well as you see the fans enjoying the Nile special as they are also savoring these last moments of this game. You could say there are contrasting scenes here. The Pirates fans and the neutral fans are really enjoying themselves. The Cobs fans are biting their nails, but either way, rugby wins because it's a brilliant show of the game. Not a good line out
by Sunday Jaguar. And now Wilobo Mukili runs straight into Ivan Chadri. And now Justin Kimono. Cobs did nothing short of a try to win this game. Justin Kimono tackled and he plays off the floor. Now James Jonga dancing his way past the Black Pirates defense. He is tackled as well. Now Michael Toh with another big carry. A substitute front row, Adrian Casito, finds Brian O'Paris, tackled strong. And there's a stoppage by the referee. That was a dangerous tackle, says Sauda Adiru. And Sunday Jaguar will be spending the remainder of this match on the sin bin for that dangerous tackle on Brian Opa.
Yeah, that is not the kind of impact that you would want from a substitute. Sunday Jaguar not having the best of throws and now getting a yellow card for a very bad tackle. So now Pirates have to see off this game with 14 men. Can they be able to defend with the man disadvantage?
Adrian Casito playing that slow ball for Ian Munyani. Ian Munyani straight into Stephen Alul, who needs to roll away, or rather Tashobia Humphrey, who needs to roll away. And now Mike Otto straight into Ivan Magomu, bumps him off, bumps off Isaac Massa as well. Well secured by the Cobs, playing a quicker ball this time for James Jong, and now Justin Kimono running straight and is carried into touch, but the ball has been turned over. The referee's flag is up. Timothy Tsiga is playing on, offloads to Stephen Alulu, puts it to the boot. But we are back to the referee's call, to the assistant referee's call. Stephen Alulu appeared to have knocked that ball forward, but let's hear what the referees have to say on this consultation, as Justin Kimono, who lost his boot, is lacing up for the very, very last piece of play in this one.
Nothing like a cold Nile special to enjoy as you savor such a game with moments to go. The game is still 13 to the Cobs, the home side, and 17, but you can see the tension even among the fans.
You need to sip some to relax a bit.
You need a Nile special to really just enjoy it so that you can calm down the malaria as a fan.
Is it the last play of the match? Because we have under 30 seconds on the clock.
Surely this should be the last play of the game.
The clock is off to attend to Kelvin Balagade. He will need all the strong shoulders he has to be able to help the Black Pirates pull a rather surprising win in this one. Kelvin Balagade there.
Yeah, Kelvin Balagade there, still getting medical attention, something not right with his shoulder. As we are waiting to see what is going to happen. Anxiety and a lot of tension amongst the fans. But as usual, some fans take the time to enjoy the Nile special. Regardless of the pressure, always find a way to mitigate pressure.
And the man is on his knees looking for the best view for what will, I think, probably be the last play of this match. As we see Kelvin Balagade onto his knees and now on his feet.
Having lost a man to a sin bin, they don't want to lose the man the size of and the caliber of Kelvin Balagade, especially when you are defending.
It's a Black Pirate scrum for a forward pass, says Sauda Adiru. Stephen Alul needs to make a sure ball on this one, as Haruna Mohammed is on at loose forward.
One big scrum as the hooter.
And Ivan,
was that the hooter or just the vuvuzela?
That was the vuvuzela. As Ivan Chadri shifts to the front row to cover for the man in the sin bin, and that is Sunday Jaguar. Stephen Alul will need to win this, will need to feed the ball, and Ivan Chadri will need to win this one for the Black Pirates to survive this surge in attack. And Kelvin Balagade picks onto Pius Ogena, breaks the tackle and fends off.
Big
Justin Kimono offloads to James Mugisha. And now Joshua Ngwao, the speedster on the outside. He has outspaced Pius Ogena, but Pius Ogena does just enough to stop him in his tracks. Well secured by the Black Pirates. Kelvin Balagade playing number 9 there, and off the boot is Ivan Magomo. It bounces slowly, but does not go into touch. And now James Jongat, he will return in good favor, does not kick, but is bundled into touch there as the Black Pirates put a strong defense in this play. Turned over by the Black Pirates, but it's a high tackle. And now Alhaji Manano on the quick restart. Secured by James Ijongat. Now Adrian Casito for Sol Chivumbi. Adrian Casito yet again. There's some hands in that rock. Adrian Casito will need a clean ball. The Black Pirates have turned it over. And now Alex Aturinda with ball in hand. Possession has turned many times, but Alex Aturinda lost that ball in contact. And we have a scrum at our hands. I am not sure about the referee's clock, but it appears we still have a minute or two of play.
Nervy moments from both sides as we are witnessing what could be the last scrum of this particular game.
We are into the first or second minute past the 40 on the clock, but there's still enough time for the Cobs to score a try and clinch this one. or for the Black Pirates to stop them in their tracks and walk away from Legends Rugby Club with the win. Adrian Casito and his Cobs pack will need to ensure that they win this scrum and do so to set one last surge in attack. Ian Munyani now with Daudi Semwamino is outside, tackled by Joshua Ngwao.
Knees on the ground, that's a tackle, and the Pirates will need to release, and the ball comes out.
Adrian Casito for Alhaji Manano, tackled strong by the Black Pirates. This time it's Humphrey Tashobia, the substitute. Now Derek Kwasibe from a standing start onto Ivan Chadri. He loses the ball in the tackle. It has been knocked forward. The Black Pirates players are calling to the referee, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be full time. The Black Pirates have beaten the Cobs 17-13 here at Legends Rugby Grounds in match day 3 of the Nile Special Rugby Premier League. You can see the ululations and the celebrations of their fans, but there will be much more joy in the players' camp when they settle down and let this win sink in. Disappointing start from the Cobs in the first half, and in the second half the Black Pirates ran away with this one from the start, and for the first time in a long time, Ruben, I have not seen this happen before. Cobs have lost 2 games in a row, and one could say, like you said earlier, they could be out of contention for the title this year. Yeah, it really complicates their journey for the title right now, and their defense of a title that they won unbeaten last season. But now they really need to go back to the drawing board. They need to find a way of giving themselves the best shot at a title that is no longer in their hands, especially looking at results coming from other places like in Jinja, where you see that the Heathens got the bonus point win. So that really puts the Heathens in a very considerable situation. Not a bonus point win here for the Pirates, but they were at least able to get the win, and that is very vital. The Pirates will be meeting the Heathens at some point in time, and remember, it's still the season is still early. We are still on game week 3 out of 18 game weeks, so we have about 15 game weeks to go. We have a midweek game week on Conrad Wanyama. They are celebrating with a sling, with his arm in a sling, with his teammates who have stepped up and ensured that the fight goes on and they win this game. There's some celebrations in the Pirates camp with their fans. The Cobs camp will need to move on quickly from this one. They have lost at their own home turf. What a match of rugby we have had here at Legends Rugby Club. Black Pirates have collected the 4 points, but they have given away the losing bonus point to the Cobs. Cobs have collected 2 points from the last 2 games, but the sad bit is that they have lost the 2 games, and it will take an uphill task for them to defend the title. I think we need to celebrate the win with the Black Pirates, and also we need to sit back on the drawing board for the Cobs to know how best we can come back into this one. We need to know just the game is done, but then how we can come back into this season, knowing that the 2 protagonists, that is the Heathens and the Black Pirates, have got one over them early on in the first round of this season's encounter.
As we're seeing the cause of the game, respect. Despite having 80 minutes of a tussle and maybe shoving and tackling, you now congratulate each other for the job well done. And you can see the Pirates coming to congratulate their worthy adversaries, you should say. But in simple terms, looking at it, the Cobs have really used up all their their losses they could possibly have in the league. Now they need to win from the midweek game onwards. They just need to get wins to give themselves a good shot to still be in contention to defend their title. The Pirates, however, still on a beautiful slate, haven't lost yet. Didn't start to the best of their abilities in game 1 against the Hippos, but have somehow found the momentum they need, and at the right time. 17-13, they beat the Cobs here. We appreciate everyone that has been watching here at Kawowo Sports for game 1 and game 2. Game 1 having the Rhinos edging the Impis, and game 2 we are seeing the Pirates taking the Cobs to the Cleaners at their own ground. So the party starts here, but I'm sure it will go back to Kings Park for the rugby chill. And we appreciate everyone that has been watching online and that has been in Nile special. In the comfort of your home, whether you're watching alone, whether you're watching with a couple of friends. We can't wait for the banter on social media. Just make sure that you follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you follow Kawowo Sports on the respective social media, as well as myself and Anes and the rest of the team. Open to have conversations. Let's keep enjoying rugby, and I'd like to sign out. Cheers.
What does it take to win gold? Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency, one we've observed since 1956 to deliver a distinctly Ugandan taste. That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda, unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Mond Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly.
you starting to play?
Yeah.
When you
I started, but I'm not yet fit. When I started, I played, last year was against Rome, so I played on Wednesday. I'm picking up slowly. So the second leg I'll go good to go.
And then again receive the medal for today as well. Unmatched in men. Isaac has been unmatched the whole of play. And I'm talking about the appreciation there from nice finishing to well done, well done.
Cristiano, vede Banchario.
He spoke on your behalf. We did both. And the captain.
Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency. One we've observed since 1956 to deliver a distinctly Ugandan taste. That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda, unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Monde Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly. What does it take to win gold? Ours is the result of what we put in. Only the best ingredients and only the freshest water drawn from the source. What then does it take to win 21 gold awards? A special kind of consistency. One we've observed since 1956 to deliver a distinctly Ugandan taste. That is what makes Nile special. A beer truly made of Uganda. Unmatched in quality and unmatched in gold. One beer, 21 Monde Selection Quality Awards. The true Ugandan reward from the source. Alcohol isn't for sale to persons under the age of 18. Please drink responsibly.